What's up, YouTube? I wanted to make this video to discuss my own opinion on a matter from 1999, and that matter would be the Columbine shooting. I do not believe that Eric Harris shot the school because of his antidepressants. I believe that Dylan Klebold was already having suicidal thoughts way before that, which was in his journal, and Eric was already having homicidal thoughts. Both were bullied a lot at Columbine. Erik Harris lived in Detroit at one point, and people in Detroit back then weren't good people. Not saying all Detroit's bad, but still. And so somewhere along the line, I think Dylan thought Eric would be like a good figure because the fact that both were bullied at that school, and I don't believe Eric was a psychopath because he didn't really ask anybody anything. He told one of the people that he made a website dedicated to killing him to leave the school the day of the shooting, and a psychopath probably wouldn't have told him to do that. So I would think Eric's problem comes more from post-traumatic stress and OCD. Yes, he might have had some depression, but not to the point where he would have wanted to do that. Whereas Dylan, however, a couple of weeks prior to the shooting, lost nearly 40 pounds in a matter of 3 weeks. So he was already very depressed, and Eric, going through all the shit in his life, found comfort in reading stuff like Mein Kampf that was written by Hitler. Also, Eric loved animals and his family. A psychopath wouldn't love animals, and they wouldn't feel emotion if humans killed animals. yeah, so I just want to think about that. I don't believe the antidepressants made him do it. I believe it was a mix between the need for revenge and just wanting to fit in. And I believe that Dylan was, because of his suicidal thoughts and Eric's homicidal thoughts, it made things a lot worse. So I'm not trying to say that they're not guilty of what they did, because they are. And yeah, I don't think that they should be given I don't think that all antidepressants increase psychotic symptoms. I think that's a load of shit, and Eric was put on a generic drug, which was like a Prozac. Actually, no, sorry, not Prozac, it was Zoloft. And I don't think that had anything to do with what happened. Because a few years before that, Dylan was writing in his journal about anxiety, not being loved, he thought people wanted to kill him. So I believe when Eric stuck up for Dylan thought he had no choice but to do the videos with his friend and to shoot his school. And that's sad, but I don't think antidepressants were the cause of the mass shootings. Also, psychopaths don't have a long attention span, but Dylan and Eric were planning where to plant propane bombs in the cafeteria months to even a year and a half before the shooting. So it was well planned out. I would say like 90 of it would be Eric Harris, and the other 10%, just Dylan joking around, and that's what caused it. Because of the obsessive thoughts and Eric's no, Dylan's suicidal tendencies. Erik Harris didn't show much signs that he was depressed or that he wanted to die until in the cafeteria, because before they went up to the library they still had 2.5 hours before police stormed the building, so there was no rush. So that's when Erik showed signs that he did have suicidal thoughts. And also Erik's dad was abusive and violent and grew up believing in God, which sadly that seems to be a lot of people these days. You are not doing God's work by beating your fucking child and swearing at them and putting them down all the time. So Erik Harris's dad is partly to blame for what happened at Columbine. Dylan's mother feels a lot of shame because it was her son that killed all those students. But yes, she could have probed Dylan more, and that might have helped. But who knows, because like it was a few months after the shooting when she found out that Dylan was self-harming and stuff before all the shootings. So I just want people to think on that and take into consideration that not all antidepressants are going to increase psychotic symptoms, and they are by far not an excuse to shoot up a school. I've been Fenris and I'll talk to you all later. Peace.